All right, hi there, programmers in seventh grade. Here is kind of where we are at and what we're going to accomplish today. All right, so we've been working in Unit 2 on programming our websites. You've got all that content in, and that's where you were programming in the language HTML. That's with these brackets that look like greater than and less than. Then finally in lesson 6, we started adding some color. We got to learn how to underline, italicize, choose different fonts, and all of that stuff, which was a lot more fun. Then we've been focusing now the last few weeks on images. If it's your own image, great, give yourself credit. If it's someone else's image, we have to have permission. And in order to do that, we have to search for items that have what's called a Creative Commons license, or from a website that says it's all free and basically those images are public domain. All right. You learned how to program them. We've been practicing citations. And I thought, all right, we're going to jump to lesson 11 today and learn how we can add some nice properties and style to our images. So what I want you to do, close your Chromebook for a moment. I want to show you some things and look at some things. And then we'll dive in and get tackling some of these cool properties. Okay. All right. So if you remember way back to about lesson 6, okay, that was a long time ago, it seems. This was a sample website. And at first, we were just looking at it. Oh, cool. We can add color to the background. We can add color to some of our text. This line right here has underlining. We can learn how to do that. This section is italicized, and we see that through there. Awesome. You've already learned how to do all that. But I want you to take a look at what's going on with these images. That looks kind of cool. Everything that we have been uploading so far and programming has been just kind of big, rectangular in shape. We did learn a little bit last time about how to size things using some width and height properties, but we haven't learned some of this fancy stuff. Cool. I want to show you this next one. This is another sample page. And what I want you to do is look at this for a moment. I'm going to make it full screen here. All right, so look at this for a moment, and I'll ask whoever's teaching, pause the video and get some feedback about what do you like about it? What do you think maybe they could improve? What do you notice especially about the image there? Okay, so stop here, give about 1 minute to popcorn some feedback. All right, here's a couple things I want you to notice. Number one, I love the color combination because that just makes me think of bees. And it makes it easy to read. There's good contrast there, and it's not quite hard on my eyes. Here's some things that I've noticed that I like. I love the border around here. And do you notice something? If you look really closely, it might be kind of hard to see, but it almost looks like two separate colors on the border. The right side and the bottom are a brighter yellow, and up on top and left is a little darker. It's meant to kind of look like a shadow, and it's called a border inset property. We'll see that in a minute. You know what else I really like? Is when I see the citation underneath the picture that this photo was found on Pixabay and it has a public domain license on there. I like that they made it a lot smaller. Not because it's not important, but this way it doesn't take away from the main content of the page. All right? I like that. Cool. Let's look at this last one. This one kind of makes me laugh because I always feel like, are they trying to, pull one over on me? Because sometimes I'm kind of naive. All right. Zebroids? Huh? What? Okay. Well, let's just look at the content for a second. It's kind of funny. So, well, first of all, it says that zebroids are any other equine, like in the horse family, mixed with a zebra. Huh. Really? Well, let's see what they're trying to tell us here. Here's this first one called zonkies. Zonkies. Really? This picture doesn't even look real to me. I don't know if that's Do you think this is real? It's when you cross a zebra with a donkey. Okay. The next one is called a zorse, a stallion zebra crossbred with a mare, horse or mule. Horba is a horse zebra combination. This time it's a stallion horse, and the zebra is a mare. And this last one, a zoni. You can't tell me that's real. That looks completely, totally fake to me. Anyway, content aside, here's what I want you to notice as far as the style that they've used here. So they've got a background color for the whole page. Okay. Then they've got, in some of the text, they've got this white stripe, like a background of just a white color. And then look at all the images. They've got quite rounded corners. There's a little bit of a border in there, which is very cool. Kind of like that. Okay. This is the kind of thing that I want you to see and what we're going to learn about right now. So grab your Chromebooks. You are going to sign in to code.org, and I want you to meet me at lesson number 11. Okay. And we just kind of looked at level 1, so I want you to meet me at level number 2. Pause the video, whoever's teaching, and wait till everybody can kind of get to this page. And what you'll see over on the side here is the start of this. It's got like a bluish background, and it talks about desserts of the world. Delicious. Okay, pause it. All right, now, once everyone's here, the instructions say, all right, look at this web page below for some new styles. Okay, it's got some tips up here that you can start investigating and looking at. We'll talk in a second about that. It says open the style sheet. The style sheet is this file that has a blue hashtag in front of it on the left, and it says style.css. Open it. Okay. Now, it says with your partner, but honestly, you can just talk at your table. It says, what parts of the CSS code do you think are making the page appear different? What makes it blue? How are the images positioned to the left? And so on. Okay, so take a second. I'm just going to say literally like 30 seconds. Look at what you see here. Some things are going to be familiar, some are not. Pause and take a moment to look. Okay, now this looks familiar. Body, that's the whole page. Okay, background color light blue. Yes, it is. H1, that's the big heading right here. Oops, now I'm moving stuff. Let me get my face out of the way. Okay, desserts of the world is an H1. Okay, so they've got a font set there. Same with the H2 headings, that's these ones. This is what you have not seen before. Now all of a sudden, we have a new rule with all these properties for our images. I want you to stop. I'm going to say set a timer for about 3-4 minutes, and I want you to literally play and edit all of these things. Okay, figure out what float is. It says left. Okay, keep your semicolons. See what else you can put in there. Width. Hey, we can program the width here. You have to have px there for pixels. Change these numbers and see what happens to the pictures. Margin. Margin on the image. See what that does. Change that number. Change the color. Change the border width. Change the border style. Hey, if you want to find out more about the different styles of borders that you have options on, up here in the tips, it'll say, hey, here's the border style property. You have a ton of them. Click on that W3 Schools link. Oh my gosh, amazing stuff there. And especially play with border radius. Okay, so stop about 3-4 minutes, play around on this level, and then rejoin when we go to level number 3. All right, hit finish at the bottom and meet me at level number 3. This page is going to look exactly the same. for a while. You're going to play and do some actual editing here. What I want you to do is focus now. You're on level number 3. Read the directions for each level. It's usually one little thing, and work your way through all of these. Okay? Now, before I'm going to have someone turn you loose here, I want to remind you of something. Okay? In Schoology, right here. So this was B Day, but just in today's folder, there is a section here where there is a video that explains what to do for every single level. So if you can't figure it out, ask some of your neighbors. If you still can't figure it out, come over here, watch the video. They're super short and I model exactly what to do. All right. So here's your task. Okay. We've just done levels 1 and 2. All right. So now you're on level 3. Keep working your way through those. When you get to 7, there's a whole bunch of parts. I'm going to tell you right now, you can skip part B. I'll talk about that when I see you again, because that one's kind of mean. Okay? But keep working your way through all of these. Use the videos in Schoology. They are the lifesaver and they will help you out. Also, make sure that you have any work that's still out or that I haven't been able to check for you. Go look in Schoology at what's in the gradebook and see what might be missing. Okay? Excellent. Have some fun. Help your substitute today figure out what is going on so they can learn a little bit and learn a little bit about HTML and CSS. Thanks a lot. I hope you're staying warm and be extra, extra kind. Bye-bye.